Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, I've been asked by lots of people for my reaction, my thoughts on what happened over the weekend. So I shall now give my reaction. Here is my reaction to what we're seeing here, which happened very recently. The attempted assassination on a former president, Donald Trump. To qualify, I'm just a fellow human being. I am a green card holder. I live in the United States of America. I'm married to an American citizen, and I'm in the process of becoming a US citizen. But I am here at the moment as a green card holder. I can't vote. I have no real political opinion, but I have toured every country of the world, spoken to people around the world about what it is to be English, what it is to live in America, what they think of us, me, what we think of them. And because of that, I probably have some experience, something useful to share. But at the end of the day, it's just my personal own thoughts, and you make of that what you will. This video is not designed to get you to subscribe to me. It's not designed for you to agree with me, not designed for me to make any money or anything else for that matter. It's why I didn't report it live when it happened. I was in the studio at the time. Other people did. They capitalized on the event and the drama. I chose not to. I've waited until my live show here Monday morning to react to this. I thought about what I wanted to say. However, I've not scripted this. Nothing's written down. And it's already coming out very different than how I planned it. 50 other versions in my mind. It doesn't matter. This is my live reaction, talking to my live viewers. So let me share my thoughts with you as I take away the scenes that you've just seen now many, many times on the screen. And let me also take away this and just talk directly to you. So I've given you my, if you like, qualification of why I'm talking to you now, my experience. I've toured the world. I've spoken to people about being British and living in America, shared my thoughts. At the end of the day, though, I'm just a human being sharing my thoughts and ideas with you. This is not in any way supposed to educate or influence in any way whatsoever. I'm just sharing my experiences. My experience is this. Over the weekend, we saw an attempted assassination on a former president, a human being. Mainly, someone tried to take the life of Donald Trump and thereby affect the upcoming election. I think in America, things have got way out of hand, and the country has become excessively angry. One thing I have experienced around the world as I've traveled is there's no such thing as the greatest country on earth. Sorry for all of those of you who've already now decided to switch off and gone, I'm not interested. That's fine. I hope you watch to the end of this video as I share my experiences with you. But there really isn't. If we want to look at what makes a country great, you could list all its attributes: education, healthcare, finances, happiness, wealth, whatever you like. Sadly, no country ranks number one for everything. America doesn't. England doesn't. In fact, America and England rank quite low down on many of those metrics, actually. But this isn't about that. The reason why I mention that is I'm trying to bring some humility into this, which is what I think is most lacking right now. Everybody thinks that their opinions are right, and everybody a lot of people in America seem very angry right now. At the end of the day, politics is politics. Decision-making, points of view, and opinions are simply that. Donald Trump has an opinion. Joe Biden has an opinion on certain things, the way we should do certain things. But nobody should be shot, murdered for their opinions. Equally, we shouldn't be angry as voters. I mean, I'm not a voter, but the voters that are here in America, it seems to me many people feel that the opposition are some kind of enemy. Both sides feel this way, that if this person gets in, the country is destroyed. It's all over. Everything is doom and gloom. It isn't. And let me just for a moment talk from experience. A few weeks ago, we've seen in the United Kingdom, the government go from Conservative, which would be Republican, to Labour, which is effectively like Democrat, if you like. There are people that like the Prime Minister. There are people that don't like the Prime Minister. But generally, the sense of feeling isn't, let's kill the other person. Let's destroy the other person because it's going to change our country forever. We're all going to be doom and gloom and England won't be England anymore. I should say United Kingdom. England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales, Northern Ireland and Wales. People don't like perhaps one side of the argument, but it's not all about killing somebody or changing everything by it's all going to be ruined if the wrong person gets in. Within the United States, since Donald Trump came to power, it does seem to be that way. Having read, and I have read all American history since the very, very beginning, it doesn't seem there's ever been a time like this of anger where people are so angry and so violent towards in their opinions. Because of this, we've got people now obviously attempting to assassinate the US president. This isn't new, however. This has happened about 9 times, I believe, in different levels. People have tried to assassinate the president, sometimes successfully. Abraham Lincoln, of course, most famously, and other times not as successful like it was with Reagan. But America does seem to be very ready to get angry. And rather than point at the president or the party, we should be looking at ourselves. Everyone needs to just take a deep breath, realize America is a wonderful country. I'm very proud to be here. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard. I support the country. I pay into the system. But the country isn't a flag or 350 million people. The country for me is the people that I speak to and I engage with, my wife, my neighbors, my friends, and you here online. That's what gives me my experience of living in America. Just simply the people that I engage with on a day-to-day basis. Nothing else, nothing less. And that is how it is all around the world. A country is the people that you engage with. And there are wonderful, lovely people here, and there are some people not so nice. For example, this person who attempted to assassinate the president. However, that doesn't make up a country. That's individuals. So as much as individuals then make up the country, surely we should be looking at individuals to change the country. If you're not happy with America, be a nice person. Think, what side of the argument do I most agree with, and vote for that. That's it. And if the other side win, you spend the next 4 years negotiating, discussing, having debates, perhaps arguing. Try not to keep it too aggressive, but you will argue the point, and bit by bit, things get solved, things get fixed. And most people kind of want a general direction for the country. They want the country to be wealthy, happy, safe, secure. I don't think anybody really wants the opposite of any of those things. So you don't live, America, we don't live in a communist state where you do as I say or I shoot you, I mean from the leader, that is, not the individuals. So we are in a democratic society. We may not agree with everybody, but if we just get on with it and show some respect to the opposition, we'll all be okay. And America will still be America, and Americans will still eat McDonald's and hamburgers and still run around on fields playing American football and still wave flags and do all the things they want to do. That's what makes America. I don't mean literally, but you know what I mean. Americans will be Americans, and then everybody will be individual and make up the country. And that's what makes it great. That's it. So what we just witnessed has been a sad fact, but it is to do with all of us, every one of us, including me. I live here. Everyone is angry, and they think that the opposition is going to bring down the country. Also, and it's the reason why I didn't go live and cover it, and I'm only going to make one video, this one, is I didn't want to capitalize on it. The moment it went live, Meet Kevin, and a financial investor like me, was live within seconds. Over 1 million people watched his broadcast. He was talking like he was an FBI agent. He knew all about security and weapons and strategies from the Secret Service. Just a YouTuber, just a guy like me on the telly talking about stocks and shares. But now he's an expert in everything else. Now, I do have some experience, but I thought I don't want to be there adding to the noise. There's enough noise. There's enough people trying to be first, trying to capitalize, trying to make some money for themselves. And this is half the problem. We just need to step back, relax, breathe, be upset, be frustrated in what a politician has to say and that you don't like. Then vote for the other guy. But that's it. That's all we need to do. We don't need to run around shooting each other. We don't need to run around swearing and screaming at the camera. I noticed the moment he was shot and people dropped to the floor, people then rose up, looked towards the camera, put their fingers up and started swearing at the camera. I don't quite know what the point of that was. I guess it's to send a message to the opposition. The opposition was one person with a gun. The opposition isn't everybody else in America. You're all Americans. America is called the United States of America. Around the world, we look at America and we think, wow, it's united. There's nothing united about it. Half the country hate the other half. What's united about that? America is a great country. It isn't the greatest country in the world. There's no such thing. And I'm not putting America down. England isn't the greatest country in the world. No country has all the top 5 or top 10 attributes to make it the greatest country. It doesn't exist. Of course, you should be proud of where you live. Being proud means you get out of bed in the morning, you make your bed, and you bother to put on your best tie. That's what being proud is. It makes you motivated. Be proud. It's great to be proud. We all need a home. We all need a tribe. We all need something to be part of. So you should be proud of who you are, where you come from, but not in the way that everybody else is worse or rubbish or doesn't deserve your time or attention. Whatever party you believe, whatever politics you are in, at the end of the day, it's just politics. It's just decision making. It's sitting around a table negotiating. Do we spend money on this? Do we spend money on that? Do we do this? Do we do that? I don't think for a moment politics has anything to do with who shall we hate next and who shall we kill next. I've never heard of that coming on the statute book. So it's very, very sad. Of course, an innocent person got shot. More people were injured. I believe that was an accident. That was collateral damage, if you like. Obviously, the shooter was aiming at the president. Others got injured and one sadly lost their lives. We can come up with all kinds of conclusions. You watched the video at the beginning I shared with you. The moment Donald Trump was shot at, You saw that. I'll just close with this. You saw the moment. It does appear that the security services did know of the man on the roof, and they shot him after he shot the president. Of course, there are people now saying it's an inside job. There are people saying it's just like JFK all over again. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe the FBI, maybe the security services knew of this. Why didn't they cover the roof? However, that may all be true. There may be darkness behind all of this. There may be something really not very pleasant behind all of this. However, you can't change that as an individual. You've got no way to control other people's actions. All you can do is be a better person and cast your vote. And if we all concentrate on casting our votes and doing what's right, that's the best we can do. Maybe something happened here that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know. People are now drawing the conclusion that, perhaps the Democratic Party paid off the Secret Services, and they were trying to take Donald Trump out. And again, people are drawing the conclusion of hate and anger towards their fellow citizens. You're on the same team, the United States of America. So I want to end this video by saying that I did not react straight away. I did not want to react straight away. I wanted to think about it, take my time, even though this is not scripted. I'm just saying it as I feel it, and I've read it out in my mind a million different ways. I just wanted to share my experience, my thoughts with you in a way, hopefully, that will help educate, entertain. If you feel entertained by this, I mean, people just watch to hear what I have to say, or whatever you get out of it. At the end of the day, it was done with the right intentions. I love America as I love many other countries. I'll leave you with a couple of thoughts. A couple of politicians and senior voices on TV said, this is unacceptable, which it is, and we shouldn't behave like a third world country. I want to leave on that thought so it hopefully brings humility and a level of humbleness back into our thought process. I've spent many years touring the world and being and living and experiencing the people of third world countries. They always seem to be the butt of these kind of comments. We're not going to behave like a third world country. I find that disappointing. I'm going to use that word, not anything more aggressive than that, but disappointing that people will say these things, because nothing is bad or rubbish about a third world country, or worse or less or bad behavior. A third world country is a third world country because of its economic finances, how much money it has to run its country. It's financially a poor country. But many third world countries that are described as third world countries aren't poor in passion and love and culture and wonderment. I've lived there. People are shot and murdered in those countries as they are in America, as they are in England. Sadly, more people are shot domestically in America than any other country in the world, including third world countries. So take some humility. That's a good thing to leave it on. Don't think we shouldn't behave like third world countries. We're all responsible for what we do. And we shouldn't put ourselves above anybody else and use these sort of phrases and comments. It simply isn't the facts. It simply isn't true. And it demonstrates, again, the feeling towards how great we are and how rubbish everybody else is. We need to take back the country by taking back ourselves, taking responsibility for ourselves, thinking about what we can do, Don't rely on anything else. And when I say anything else, I mean anything or anyone else. Religion. Don't blame God for what you do. Don't blame God for what you don't do. Seems in America, God is responsible for everything that you do. He's also responsible for everything that you don't do. If it goes well, it was because of God. If it goes bad, it's God's way. It's your way. You act the way you choose to act. Take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your country. Don't be angry. Don't think you're better than anyone else. Don't think the rest of the world is a load of rubbish and you're better than anyone else. Just be the best that you can. Don't try to gain advantage from anything. Don't try to put anybody down. I wish everyone the best. Thank you for listening to me. I don't know how many people listen to the end of this. I will find out when I put this video out. I'm making it live. I hope people did spend a few minutes listening to this because I think my message was positive, honest, real, unscripted, unself-serving, based upon experience of traveling the world. Very few people have traveled every country of the world. I don't know how many people have done it. I hope it was of some comfort and of some help. And the rest of the day, do something nice. Tell somebody you love them. Give someone a hug. And when it comes to election day, vote one way or another. And if it goes your way, so be it. If it doesn't, shake the other guy's hand and say, congratulations. Work with him. Work with her. Share your views, share your opinions, and let everyone be what they want to be. Unless you've walked in someone else's shoes, you can't understand how they really feel. There's many people in life I don't understand. I don't understand most things, actually, if I'm honest. All the new age stuff, the way people identify themselves, I ain't got a clue. I'm just a guy from a little village in England, and I call myself a bloke and a man, and I don't understand all the other stuff. End of the day, I'm not in their shoes. I don't know how they feel. Respect everybody. Love as much as you can, and just get on with it. If you want to click above my head, you can. Click it down below in the links. There might be stuff over there. If you want to support my channel and you want to watch me, that'd be great. It's how I earn my living. It's how I pay the bills. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. And may God bless every country and everybody all around the world. And hope we're all safe together because we're all in it together. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Let's have a cup of tea. I shall put that out, obviously, as a video later. I just thought that was important. Let's see the comments. Good afternoon, everyone. This is getting crazy. Poor England can't win the big one. Good morning, Stacey, Ed Nevius. Good morning, all. David Ewan. We need to unite. Good morning. People I talked over the weekend. People I talked to are extremely angry. What we all share is a relationship with truth. It's a human capacity. We need more love. Hey, again. Morning, all. Jonesy, you aren't a member anymore. Hello, Martin and all. Bart, hello. The media is to blame. They persuade us to divide, without a doubt. If we choose, though, Mike, I think the influence of existential doubt is the bad guy. Morning, everyone. Yes, William. Good morning, Ed. Perhaps a basic human foible is being seduced by that awful influence. Good morning, Mike. Stephen Lewandowski. Good morning. Terrible news, but we move on. America is excellent because it provides the best place for individuals to be personally responsible. We need to take more walks in nature to calm us down. I never debate religion or politics. They are the main cause of war and hatred throughout the world. Everyone should have an opinion, but also respect everyone else's when it doesn't match your own. Yes, Mike, you're correct. Yes, Darren. Good morning. Do you think members of the Secret Service possibly played a part, Martyn, or were they just negligent? Well, doesn't look good, does it? It's me, Jason Davis. My son got on YouTube and changed my name because he wanted to start cooking show with me. Nice, Jason. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great today. Okay, let's get to what's going to mean to the stock market. Let's unite and vote and move on. David Ewan. Martyn, well done for taking your time and responding instead of reacting. I agree with what you've said. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Going to buy some DJT today. Too late now, David. Up 48%. Maybe it'll come back down. Spot on, Martyn. Thanks for your thoughts. Thank you, Sensei. Lovely to have you back. We've all missed you greatly. We've missed your wisdom when it comes to the charts. People have really missed your Sunday show, missed your technicals. Yes, we've really missed you, mate. I hope you're well. I hope you have a lovely honeymoon, and we look forward to having you back on the Sunday show. Sensei is back this Sunday, by the way, folks. We'd love some charts, Sensei. Take more walks, experience your inner thoughts with nature. Welcome back, Sensei. Live by live by the golden rule. That's what I live by every day. Hugs are good. Thanks, Darren. It was great. Hi, John. Thanks, Stacy. Try and get Donald Trump on the Martyn Lucas Daytime Trader Show. That'd break the internet. Yeah, it would. My server couldn't cope. Well done, Martyn. Thank you. Wow, that speech was cold. Oh, sorry about that. Good morning. Drinking. Did anyone else think my speech was cold? I hope not. Morning, folks. I'm on vacation. Martyn, unfortunately, the US has become about power and money. Greed never wins. Be nice to each other and vote for your occasion. Great to have you back, Sensei. Oh, it really is. Many people have missed you. Yes, Jerome Powell will be talking today. I won't be covering it, though, unfortunately. I won't be able to. Okay, let's look where we are. We are now at all-time highs again. 105,347. Cold can be a compliment. I don't know. It was cold. Oh, meant great. Oh. See? This is what I mean. I haven't got a clue what people are talking about today. They've got a whole language. You know, when I was a kid, if I'd said it's sick, it means I felt really poorly. Now, if you say it's sick, it's great. You know, people have their own languages now, as they always have had. All right, there you go. Thanks, Ed. It was great. On the better side of the news, Yossua's baseball team won their tournament this weekend. Isn't that wonderful? That's wonderful. Congratulations to Yossua. I'm very, very pleased. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're really pleased for him. That's lovely. Lovely to hear. Want to hear some good news, all right? Right. Now then, let's see. There are 61 watching. Tap the like button. Let's see if you liked my message. Shall we have a look? Okay. There are 61 watching right now. Let's see how many likes we get. Let's bring up the music here. So if you liked my message, you thought it was all right, let's have a look. We've got 63 watching, 3 likes. Hang on, I've got to refresh it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 63. The most we could get is 30 because 50% are in India and they're not signed in. 27. So there we go. Nearly everybody was happy with what I had to say. Well, that's nice to know. If you want to tap the like button if you like what I had to say. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 27. 38. Well, brilliant. I can leave the world today knowing I did something good. People liked it. That's good. Hope it wasn't angry. It wasn't in any way. That's lovely. That's brilliant. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot. There you go. Right. We got 27 minutes to go. We're going to do some reviews today. I'm going to do 2 reviews this morning. Let's come back to here. Absolutely right, Mike. Your influence on the topic is great, but it's up to us to create change. It is. Just be nice. Just, if every single person just goes out today and says something nice, hugs someone, goes for a walk, everybody calms down. Everybody starts to calm down. If you smile at someone, it's very difficult for them to be nasty back. You ever tried that? As an entertainer, if I want to win the audience, as I sing, as I look round the bar, look round the piano, look round the theatre, I just smile. I'm having a good time. Not in a weird way, not in I'm supposed to smile. Don't do that. That's scary. But if you're loving what you're doing, just smile at somebody and they'll always smile back. You try it today. I promise you'll be surprised. If you smile at someone because you're smiling and you're happy and something is positive coming out of you, I promise you they will struggle to frown back. And straight away, they're more positive. It's very hard to do it. If someone smiles at you, it's really hard for you to be like, and against them. It really is. You want to try that? The patented Martyn portfolio. Yeah, I mean, look, $105,000, 347. Talking about the S&P, I've got something you want to hear. So before the bell goes, I've got another video to make. David Ewan, sorry, I missed your comment. SMX 75 to 1 reverse split this weekend. What do we think this means for the stock? Up or down? David, I don't know. I would need to review it. A reverse split typically isn't good. Most companies that do a reverse split don't end well, I have to say. So it's not typically good. So there we go. Right. I've got another video to make. Okay. $35. Let's talk about the S&P 500. As you know, I am in the S&P 500, 100% of my portfolio. 1, I think it's the best asset you can own at the moment. 2, most importantly, it was done for the benefit of the show. I interview CEOs, want to be seen to be impartial, want to be able to talk to them unbiased, without prejudice. I also want to not to be seen as a channel that is pumping and dumping stocks. I've never have done, but now I demonstrate it with my real money, and I only own the S&P. Also, because I've now made my target of $100,000, and now I'm aiming for 150 within 12 months and $1 million within 6 years, I'm on target to achieve that with just the S&P. So I know my goals, know my targets, and I can achieve my goals without the drama, the stress. So another reason why I'm in the S&P. But I'm not alone here in my thought process, and I'm going to share some news with you why you might consider joining me perhaps and being in the S&P. 4 charts show Fundstrat call for the S&P to triple. I have said this, and I said this before I read this. You may remember last week I said I believe by the end of the decade the S&P 500 could triple. I gave my reasons for it because the way the 493 stocks, take away the top 7, have been sitting around. I want to be fully clear. There's actually 505 shares in the S&P 500. Always a bit weird that. But anyway, there are many stocks. The majority of the stocks are moving, but they haven't had the explosion that the top 7 have had already. Plus, we are in an industrial revolution once again. We have AI, problem-solving stocks. We have electric cars, flying taxis, going into space, landing on Mars. All of these things are massive catalysts, which only happen a few times in history. We are at that period. So I've done my calculations, and I am in with margin, as you know, $30,000, because I believe that there's so much potential growth without the stress, without the drama, without the risk, really, with hardly any risk whatsoever, hence why I'm in margin. And I've expressed my thoughts why I believe the S&P will triple by the end of the decade. It typically doubles every 7 years anyway. So this isn't a million miles away from what it normally does, but this is better. However, this year we've seen a real growth. You've seen my portfolio grow. Fantastic. However, it's again normal. When people look at it, they go, it's had a great year, but on average, it works out normal because the next few years might go sideways for a while. So what we're experiencing now isn't that unusual. Over the period, it's normal. But anyway, I've expressed these views already. You've heard my thoughts, why I believe the market is going to triple. Now let's hear from someone who perhaps watched my show and thought, I agree with Martyn. I'm going to come up with this. This has just come out, but I've been saying this now for a few weeks. So let's see what this gentleman has to say. This is Fundstrat's Tom Lee expects the S&P to top 15,000 by 2030. That's exactly what I'm saying, have been saying now for a few weeks. Demographic trends, millennial spending habits, and technology advancements will be key drivers. I agree with that. Here are the 4 charts that show why Lee is so bullish on the stock market. Fundstrat's Tom Lee raised eyebrows last month when he made an extremely bullish prediction the S&P 500 will triple by 2030. Need to be clear, lots of these people that come on to CNBC, I've watched, I've studied, I've made mistakes with them, are pundits. They are, when I say pundits, I don't mean that in a negative term. They are people that have an opinion, that get paid to share their opinions on TV. And it's very dramatic. People will say, buy something, it's great, sell something because it's rubbish, whatever. It's designed specifically, great contributions to their channel is great for the viewers. The number one thing is to get people to watch and share content from CNBC. I've been caught out many times on claims that this is great, you should buy it and whatever. And 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of truth in it. However, timing is everything for your initial reaction. I believe time in the market, time in is the most important, not timing. However, as a human, if you react to the news story and buy in, you know, chances are over the next couple of weeks you'll be down and go, well, that was rubbish. That is what tends to happen. But remember, the news item was there to get you to watch and react and so on. It's not financial advice aimed at you. I believe you should already be in the S&P. It's already up some sort of 30% over the last 12 months or so. You've seen my portfolio. So chasing it today, it might not be the best thing for you, and depends on your tolerance and your understanding and how much money have you got and what are you risking and so on. So just bear that in mind. Even though this is a very bullish statement, it is designed, even though it's factual from his point of view, it's flavored, and its purpose is to entertain and get you to watch. So you need to understand that. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but you just need to understand the color of it. In an interview with Bloomberg's Odd Lots, Lee said he expects the S&P 500 to top 15,000 by the end of the decade. The index traded at around 5,630 on Friday. I agree. If this is a normal S&P cycle following demographics, S&P should be potentially 15,000 by the end of the decade. To me, as you move into a longer time frame, that's probably where I think we're moving towards, Lee said. In the interview, Lee said he was looking at a handful of charts that back up his bullish long-term prediction. When I made my prediction that this was the case, I wasn't looking at charts. I was looking at people's sentiment, problem-solving stocks, the way the world is pivoting and changing. That's what I was looking at. I'm glad to see he can see it on a chart point of view. Sensei would appreciate that, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what charts are telling me. They only told me what we did last time. Are we likely to do it this time? I'm not looking at that. But it's nice to see he has, and he's drawn the same conclusion. In the interview, Lee said he was looking at a handful of charts. Oh, I've just said that. I apologize. Here are the 4 charts Lee shared with Business Insider that show why the already upbeat forecast is so bullish on the stock market. All right. Thank you, millennials. Lee put the chart above together several years ago. But his thesis, I'm just going to carry on reading for a moment. His thesis remains the same. The average age of millennials is now around 31 years old, and the global cohort of 2.5 billion people is starting to enter its prime age years of 30 to 50 years old. And at this age is where people start to really think about the S&P. He's right there. This would be the 3rd time that stocks entered a cycle where annual returns compound at high teens. You had the roaring 20s, then you had the 50s through the late 60s, and this is the 3rd cycle, Lee told CNBC last month. They all coincide with a surge in the number of people aged 30 to 50. So in other words, the number of prime age adults at this time is powered by millennials and Gen Z. It's a demand story. When you get to your prime years, 30 to 50, urban institutes show you start to borrow more money. You're making big life decisions. This is what powers the economy. I agree. At a time when we've got the explosion of all the technologies I've already spoke about. Stock market peaks and demographics. You can pause the video and take a look at that chart if you want to. The stock market has a history of peaking right around the same time a population hits its peak prime age of around 50 years old, as they are closer to retirement and often spend less money. For example, when the greatest generation peaked in 1930, that coincided with a multi-year bear market in the stocks. Fast forward to 1974, when the silent generation saw its prime age peak. This occurred around the same time as a painful stock market correction of about 35% that lasted years. Now, before we move on, let's talk about that. If you are like me and you are buying the S&P and you're using margin, we are now at the beginning of this growth. Nvidia is just starting. Tesla is just starting. All of these things are just starting. We've got a few years ahead. Yes, there may be a short-term correction, but we're already up 30-odd% over the last sort of 12 months or so. If we end up pulling back 20%, that would be a big drop. However, that would present another opportunity for people to start doing it again. I would still be up 10%, and then it will go up and beat where it is today. So I'm not worried. Very famously, Warren Buffett was asked, what does it feel like to lose millions today? And he said, I didn't lose millions. I just stayed in the stock. I just stayed in. I would have only lost if I'd sold. If we do get a 20% correction now, it won't affect me as a margin call because I've got a 65% buffer, so it won't bother me whatsoever. It'll allow me to buy more, knowing that I still believe in the economy, or the markets rather, the economy and markets are separate, still believe in the S&P, the index, the businesses that provide the services and the goods and so on. And it will just allow me to buy more, maybe take my margin to 50,000 and we'll get another bounce back. It won't concern me whatsoever. It will just present more opportunity for the long-term picture. So anyway, moving on, that's important to talk about at this point, a potential correction. Doesn't change the basic principle. At the peak in the baby boomer population's prime age was in 1999, just a year before a multi-year bear market hit stocks. Remember, if we get a run of a bull market, a run of a bear market, things are sort of going sideways for a couple of years, or it's not, the stocks aren't growing. That's when I start just keep paying off the margin and just keep increasing my balance, because as I pay off the margin, my balance goes up and I'm not borrowing any more money. There's no point. I bought when it dipped before it rallied. If we pull back and go sideways, I'm not buying anymore. I'm just paying off the margin, but I was able to buy the stocks at the lower price 6 months ago, a year ago. And I don't mind a 3-year low. 3 years would be fine. Imagine how much money I could pay off all the margin and then sort of mass up some cash, earning interest, ready for the next run up. Be great, right? Anyway, the average millennial is not set to hit their peak prime age until 2038, suggesting plenty of upside ahead for the stock market between now and then. 2038. Tech will address a global labor shortage. A lot of people think that high tech is bad for the economy, as in it will put people out of work. It'll create new jobs. If we're going to put man and woman, if you like, on Mars, we've got to build hundreds, if not thousands, of rockets and things like Starship. Well, there's not enough human beings on the planet to build all the rockets, is there? We could have millions of Optimus Prime. We've got some Optimus running around. I don't mean Transformers, but Tesla's Elon Musk Optimus running around building all the rockets. There's not enough people to do it, but it will create new jobs where people are needed. So it's a whole new economy. According to Lee, spending on technology will boom in the coming years as the world grapples with a growing labor shortage. I agree. We have a really big opportunity for US technology companies because of AI, which is supplying the global digital labor because there's a global labor shortage. So there's two forces are combining to, I think, power all to power AI, to power all. Is that AI? To power our AI most, that's a typo, I think there, most a decade of extraordinary good stock returns, Lee said. I think that there's going to be a lot of dollars spent on US technology product because the world is short 80 million workers by the end of this decade. Elon Musk has spoke about this a lot. There's not enough people on the planet. People say, oh, there's too many people. Elon Musk is saying there isn't. This has been discussed many times. There's not enough educated professional people to do the jobs already. So we're not putting people out of business. There's plenty of work to be done. 80 million workers by the end of this decade. That's roughly 3 trillion of labor salary that's turning into silicon. So that means US suppliers of silicon and AI are going to have a 3 trillion revenue run rate. Makes sense. Money will flow into US tech stocks. And of course, the S&P is the best way to buy that. You might like the NASDAQ, which is more tech-based, but of course, then you've got the risks of when it peaks. And there are other businesses that will do well because of it as well, those that supply the industry. Hence why, for me, it's the S&P. As more companies spend trillions of dollars on technology to address a global labor shortage, that will catapult the technology sector to make up 50% of the S&P 500. Oh, imagine that. The information technology sector currently makes up about 30% of the index. If US companies are growing earnings at this speed, the PE multiple of the US should go up. There's going to be capital flows into the US. Where else in the world do you find the best and most important technology companies? They're all basically in America, Lee said. I think he's absolutely right. I think that's the end of the story there. Yes, it is. So what do you make of that? If I come back to my S&P, my actual portfolio, let me do my face recognition. You'll see there is my portfolio. As you can see, the growth on the S&P this year has been absolutely fantastic. I am, of course, beating the market, as you know. If you look at my positions, I am beating the market because I am in margin, so that's increasing it. I've got $30,000 worth of margin, so you can see I strongly believe I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I started with $5,000. I've never shorted a stock. I've never done options. I'm not even trading. I'm still staying in. And there it is, 105,370. We get a pullback, slow down, doesn't matter. I don't need to buy any more. I'm all in. I'm now spending the next 6 to 12 months paying off my margin, depending on what I can earn on YouTube. Just keep paying it down, paying it down. If we get a dip, I'll buy more. As it rallies again, I'll just continue paying it down again. That's simple as that. As long as I keep myself a very strong buffer, which I have, and there's no need to get greedy, no need to go crazy. You can see there, I have got a 65% buffer. It's actually costing me, if you scroll here, look, $5.26 a day in interest. That's what it's costing me a day, and the rates are going to come down, so it's going to get less. And you can see today, just on my brokerage account, I'm up $393. So today it's cost me, 5+. Doesn't matter, does it? I'm 65%, or in fact more than that. That's just the margin buffer. 100,000. That is actually my money. 105 grand. Margin is not put on top of that. There's 30,000 worth of stocks that are in, but that's what that's my cash. That's what I'm worth right there. So, I've got $105,000 working for me. That isn't paying interest. That's all profit, 100% as it rises. I'm only paying the 6.5% interest, which is the $5.66 on the 30,000. So it's all relative. It's all balance and whatever. But it makes sense for me to pay that money to maximize the benefit of this. But now we're going up again. All I'm doing is focusing on paying it down. I'm not chasing it up. I just buy more when it dips and reassess the new levels. Anyway, there we go. More information on the S&P and stuff like that. Click above my head, down below in the description. Over here and over here, I'll put more stuff for you. If you want to tap the like button and consider subscribing, that would be absolutely great. All right, so check out the videos. I'll put my Alpha Spread playlist and another playlist I think you'll find useful. All the links are below. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. You've no idea how I was trying to hold that sneeze in. 3 minutes to go before the bell. Martyn is still in his prime. I love the S&P. Hi, Martyn Lucas family. Martyn, would you suggest I sell the tractor and J&J to invest in VU? Well, we'd need to look at that. Need to discuss that. You should phone in the show to discuss that. I think it's right for you, and I mean the audience, to have other stocks, not just the S&P. I think it is. It's different for me because I'm about media. I don't want to be seen to be pumping, dumping stocks. You can pump and dump what you like. I'm also interviewing CEOs. So I've got a different strategy, but also I've made my money. I've hit my 100 grand. That's all I need now to get to $1 million. I don't need to risk it. And people with money, when I meet millionaires, and I've got billionaire friends, when I meet those people, they don't risk their money either. When you're below your targets, you have to take some risk as well. You want some good stability, but you also want some risk to accelerate the gains. But of course, it can accelerate the losses too. But if you get to the place you want to be, now it's about me just working on YouTube. I can achieve my goals. I'm not trying to trade the market. I'm not trying to beat the market. I'm not trying to make $1 gazillion and buy find the next Bitcoin. I'm not trying to do that. So for me, my objectives are different. For you, Team Fusion, you need to call into the show, do that. Let's have a discussion. Let's discuss your goals, what you've got, where you're going, your understanding of the stocks, and we can come up with more of a plan for you. But again, this is not financial advice, but we can share ideas with you by you calling into the show. We'd need to know exactly your position and how you feel towards the stocks that you own. The fact that you're saying after you've only bought it recently, should I now buy this, should I now buy that, means you don't know what you've got. And that's a danger. I know what I've got. I'm not asking anyone, should I sell this or should I buy that? You should know. I mean, okay, you might say, well, isn't that the purpose of the show? It kind of is. But you know what I mean, though. When I buy a stock, I buy a business I can own for the next 10 years. I then don't go, oh, should I sell it? No, ups and downs will come, but I was always going to own it. I was never going to sell it, was I? Right, okay. Let's load this up. 20 seconds to go. You know what's coming up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bell has gone. It's the stock race. We are off to the races with your latest stock news and US news. So tap the like button. It's a video that goes out every morning, and consider subscribing. Let's go through all our positions and let's cover all the US news and the stocks. This is my portfolio. I never do options. I never short the stocks. I started with $5,000. I now have $105,441. Pretty good, right? Yes, I think you'll agree. Let's go through all our positions. I only own the S&P right now. S&P is up today. Virgin Galactic straight back down again. I said it would, that this was overbought. Everybody got excited because of what happened last week with the little rally. I said everybody would come out of it, take their profits, go straight back in the S&P, and they are. It's being dumped once again. I hope you took profits. Palantir is up but pulling back. Gold is up. The S&P is up. Fantastic. A 3x in by the end of the decade. Amazon is going down. Apple is up today, 2.3. Next Era Energy on the way down. You buy it for the dividends. Enphase Energy down but pushing up. Coca-Cola defensive up. J&J up again. It's a $200 stock. Great for the dividends. Chevron oil up. Tesla up, just pulling back. Tesla is overbought, too expensive. Rivian, way overbought, going straight back down again. No value here. McDonald's going up. Google is up today. Very nice. Microsoft just trimming off slightly. Nvidia up another 1%. Great. Many think it can double again from here. Walmart is up. Tilray is 184 down today. Robinhood up. Bull market, of course, stock markets, stocks make money. IonQ is up today. It's too expensive though. Rocket Lab is going down, trimming off from its recent gains. Plug Power going down 5% today. People are getting too aggressive before the earnings. Rumble is up 11%. That's pretty good for Rumble. It doesn't make me any money at all on Rumble. About $5 a month. Funware is up today, 22%. Of course, to do with Donald Trump, isn't it? Ascent Solar is down 2.59. There are stocks. For FFIE, no value here whatsoever. What about our crypto? Bitcoin is flat today. It's had a bit of a run. Ripple is up 0.51. Okay, let's now go over to the US news and look at our US news, see what's going on. Of course, it's dominated at the moment by what's been happening to Donald Trump. I've just put out a video. You might want to go and check it out. Links above my head down below in the description. The King writes a private letter to Trump. I'm sure it's appreciated. Biden addresses the nation after Trump attack. Public safety priority at upcoming Trump event. That's tonight. I'm sure it will be. US citizen arrested in America a year after UK car crash, which left nurse unable to walk. Biden, no place for this kind of violence. Biden calls for unity, may be heard to achieve in desperate race for White House. We've got to get out of here, was shouted by the Secret Service. That Donald Trump is back, shot in the ear. He is back. What a fighter. Incredible. Can you imagine what it feels like to be shot at? Fans breach security gates. Details of bullied Trump gunman. I was bullied at school. Never felt like picking up a gun and shooting anybody, though. No excuse. I was bullied every day for about 6 years. Bloodied noses. Didn't have a good time at school. Never felt like shooting everybody. Who will Donald Trump choose as his running mate? Man killed in shooting at Donald Trump rally. Tried to shield family from bullets. What a sad, sad story that is. Team Trump insists show will go on and security beefed up after assassination bid. Very, very sad, of course, news here in the United States of America. There is the stock race. Once again, click above my head. Click below in the description if you would like to see my full reaction to Donald Trump's attempted assassination. Check that out. I took 2 days before I made it. I didn't want to get any sensationalism. I didn't want to cash in or react or anything like that. I just wanted to think about it over the weekend and made one and one only statement based on traveling the world. I've toured every country of the world over 37 years, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. Go and check that out. Until next time, over here, I'll put the whole series of my news that comes out every morning at this time. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. I'm up 12 grand now on Matador, and I'm still holding for $10 to $20 profit. Wow, fantastic. Go, Stephen. Well done, Steve. Very, 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 very happy for you, Steve. That's great. Time in and out. Swing trading, Matador. Martin is still in his prime. Hello, Lucas AIDS. Zach from Uganda. Lovely to have you. We've just been talking, actually. You will want to see my video that comes out shortly when I talk about the third world. I've been all over Africa, and Zach, the video will come out in a couple of hours' time. You should go and check it out. I mention the third world, Africa, in the video. I think you might have a comment to add to the video when it comes out. I'm using 7,800 in margin. Congratulations. Well, I say congratulations. I shouldn't really say that, should I? Not encouraging people to borrow money. But good luck to you. And obviously you are as optimistic as I am. Hi, Zach. 4 minutes until the bell. We just rung the bell. Just behind here. S&P only for me. I always pick the wrong stocks. Don't we all? Hi, Rob Brennan. Long time. My stocks will always go up after I sell them. I'll have to schedule a call, Martin, as I do work while watching you. Yeah. I mean, call me live during the show. You know I'm here all day, whenever it suits you. You know, I'm live, just whenever it suits you. I understand what I own and I'm achieving my goals. I have the perfect Fight Channel. Perfect. Look at that. That is what you want to hear. I understand what I own and I'm achieving my goals I have set for myself. That's it. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. It doesn't matter how much money everybody else has got. you understand what you own, and you are reaching your goals, then you've done everything you can possibly do. You've achieved your goal. You are happy. You are content. That's it. Doesn't matter what anybody else does. Please, any ASTI comment. Thank you, William. Nothing at the moment, I'm afraid, William. I'm sorry. If anyone has any thoughts, let me know. If you become a member, I'll review the stock for you. I'm still new to trading, Fight Channel. A goal without a strategy is useless. You must consider both short and long-term expectations. Absolutely. If you are just simply trading, coming in, buying, selling, you're reacting. You're not proactive. You are not controlling the direction of the stocks. You're reacting to it. You will always lose. It's designed that way, not on purpose. It's not designed so you lose money, but that's essentially what will happen. Good luck, everyone. I remember Zach. Hi, Zach. Hope you're well. Making money today. Dad and son cooks. Lovely to have you here. Trump Media. 35%. Yomp Alpina. Right. So there you go. You can see how we are doing this morning. Virgin Galactic is exactly. This is, dear me. News on Bell. On Bell, write that down. SPCE. Look at it, exactly as we said. I mean, literally exactly as we'd said. 108. Virgin Galactic did exactly, literally exactly what I said it would do. It went down when the S&P went up. I put the video out on Friday and explained what had happened with PPI and CPI. People had on CPI, that came first, right, on Thursday. I think was it Thursday? Wednesday, Thursday. CPI came first, then PPI. We saw how the markets reacted. They took some money off the top because everything had got overbought. They bought things like Virgin Galactic, things like this, low quality stocks that are vulnerable to interest rates. They all popped up, money came in, and what did I say? I said it will come in, it will trim off, people will take their profits and buy back the S&P. I hope all of my members took profit. You had somewhere in the region of a 15% profit over those 2 days. Now, I can't time the market. I don't time the market. I don't need to time the market. I never sell anyway. I just own and buy more of the S&P, right? You all know that. But I did say that Virgin Galactic was being bought because of money coming out of the top 7. It was traded. It was, and it would go back down again. It did. I hope you took your money. Now, what we're going to see now is the stock go sideways for a while because we've had CPI, we've had PPI. There is no more excitement about rate cuts. We know rate cuts are coming. We got the reaction for Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic had its moment. It benefited from that rally. It took advantage of it. Many of you bought it, sold it. I hope all my members did. Some of you may have held it. That was a mistake. It was a false pump. It wasn't real and whatever. Now it's gone back down again. Now then, there's no more great news about PPI or CPI for a while. We know that rates are coming down. We know that the interest rates are cooling. However, there will be opportunity now to get very, very small micro trades up and down around this level. The stock is going to go sideways, in my opinion, now for the next 6 months. It might even go a lot lower. But if you do get a chance again for an opportunity, if you like the stock and you believe it's going to get to Delta, now you can buy it again if you feel that's what you want to do, if you're okay parking your money for 6 months, because remember, that's what you're doing. Even if you get the great gains that you hope to achieve, if, as I believe, you only held the S&P, by the end of the decade, you're going to get a 3x. I believe that. I believe by the end of the decade, I'm going to get a 3x on the S&P without the drama, 100%, no guarantee. No, I didn't mean no guarantee, no stress, no drama, and I don't have to sell. I don't have to trade it out when it gets there and go, oh my God, now I've got to sell it because it's reached its top. Now I need to get out. I can just own it and it will be there for me when I need it. So even though Virgin Galactic, for example, might make those gains in 5 years, 10 years, I'm going to achieve it anyway, 100% guaranteed without the drama. So bear that in mind. Right now, we know that rates are going to come down. That's good for Virgin Galactic. We know that Delta is on track. That's good for Virgin Galactic. All of that we already knew. Okay, it's been confirmed, but anyone who did their calculations already knew that. That's what investing is rather than gambling, right? It's why we study the stock, why we study all the stocks. So now what you've got is a scalp trade opportunity, in, out, 5% each time. If you want to do that, you can do that. That's fine. Remember, you'll pay tax on it. Make sure you do it on your IRA. Or you buy it now and you hold it for a year or two. Make your money that way. Bearing in mind, you'll end up just where I'll be without having to trade just by owning the S&P. The difference is when your Virgin Galactic finally does well, assuming it does, and you get to the $100 or whatever you get to, it will then become a mainstream airline, if you like. And nobody likes buying airlines. Airlines are very risky and don't make anybody any money. People hate the airlines, right? So eventually it'll become an airline. So you can't just hold it forever and ever and ever. You're going to want to trade it and take some profit, aren't you? Well, if you end up where I'm going to be anyway, was there any point? Well, that's the question. And if you don't sell, and then everybody sells when it gets to 100, I'm just picking that number out of the air, then where do you end up? You're back down where you started from again. So the choices you have to make right now is, are you going to scalp trade this for the next 6 months? You can do that. Make sure you do it tax-free. That's one option. Are you going to own it and hold it? Bearing in mind, at some point, I presume you want to sell it, because when it becomes a mainstream airline and we're flying into space every 5 minutes, that's what it will become. You then don't want to be in an airline, do you? You want to be out. I presume it would, at that point, probably move to dividend stocks, dividend paying to keep you in the stock to protect its value. But I would imagine most people would take their profit. So then you've got to sell it, as opposed to just owning like the S&P, which will pay you a passive income, if you like, whether you're selling a few stocks a week or taking dividends or whatever you're doing. So you've got that to consider. And you've also got to consider, will it ever get there and will it be successful? Make those decisions, and then, of course, you are then informed to know how best to play this stock over the next 6 months, 12 months, and make perhaps long term. There's my update on Virgin Galactic. I do predict that the S&P will get its way all the way 3x by the end of the decade. It's why I'm in margin, why I'm holding my position. I'm very, very happy. If we get a pullback, that's absolutely fine. I'm already up a huge amount. I don't mind if it pulls back. I just buy more and take my margin to $50,000. I'm not really worried about that. So anyway, click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I've just recorded a video that you might want to check out, all about my reaction to the assassination attempt of Donald Trump, former president, and you can go and check that out. It's a 15-20 minute very personal reaction. I took some time to do it. I didn't react when it happened live. I didn't want to be making videos live, cashing in like other YouTubers. I didn't want to be doing that. I just wanted one video, one reaction to it, and there it is. And I took a weekend to think about it. Go and check that out. Over here and over here, I'll put more videos in the series. Thank you very much indeed for listening. I hope you made it all the way to the end. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I remember Zach. Hi, Zach. Hope you're well. Make money today. Trump Media. Initially, I joined 212 to make quick profits, as that is what a lot of people were doing in the space of a month. My attitude has changed, and I'm investing now, but I want to invest the right way. It's Jason Davis. It's Jason Davis. Okay. Okay. All right. Your son changed my name. All right, Jason. Okay. Right. So we know. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'll try and remember. It's going to be hard for me to remember. I'll probably be calling you dad and son. Anyway, thank you, Jason, for letting me know. S&P keeps climbing. This is why I joined the family, to learn from the best. That's nice. What's Jerome Powell's speech today about? Today, the speech is about the Federal Reserve. It doesn't say the Federal Reserve left the funds rate. It's going to be talking about money, the economy, rates, stuff like that, inflation. I'm only joking. I don't know what the specific purpose is, but, he'll address somebody talking about the economy, probably. So there's nothing specific. I know what you're getting at. It's not an FOMC report. It's not an announcement. It's not a planned announcement of rate cuts. Of course, that can happen, but it's not that. But you get that in the news anyway. You won't miss it. Rate cuts or something else. Yeah, see, I knew that's where you were going. No, it's not a FOMC report. It's not a rate decision. But of course, rates can get cut at any moment. And that can come, he could say that in the speech, but that's not what the speech is intended for. But that can happen at any point, and I think that's what will happen at some point. I'm watching from the beginning. Hiya, Bill. How are you? Lovely to have you here. Sorry that life is tough on you right now. Keep your chin up, mate. We're all here for you. And I'm sorry that life is tough. We all go through it, right? Reference airlines. Can you see any airlines providing suborbital flight services? Yeah. Of course they will. Of course they will. Absolutely. When the technology is readily available, and we all know how it's done, other companies will do it. It won't just be Virgin Galactic. You couldn't supply the demand. Eventually, we're going to be flying in and out of space, going to the moon, going to Mars. We've got all sorts. People will fly around. I'm sure they will, and the technology will get cheaper and more obtainable, and all the rest of it. So, of course, airlines would move into it. The competition will be everywhere. I've rejoined my membership to Silver. Hey! I've rejoined my membership. It said my gift from Stacy was ended and I could renew. Have you? If you renew, Bill, it comes up on the screen you've renewed. So I don't know what's happened there. If you say so, that's fine. But normally when you renew, it comes up on the screen and shares with everybody. I think your membership from Stacy is still there. I don't think it's renewed yet. But if you say it has. But it normally comes up on the screen and says. Anyway, it's great to have you back with us, Bill. Stephen Ludowski, wow, Matador. So I did to the silver. You are silver. Thank you very much, Bill. Remember, that gets you discounts on the shop. As a silver member, you get discounts. As the gold members get discounts on the shop. If you ever want anything from the shop, I will send you a code to get a discount. Stacey Bailey's really happy with that, the fact you took advantage of her gift to you. That's very nice. Welcome to the Green Gang and ride the carpet. There we go. Right then. We've got some reviews today to do today. I'm thinking it might be easier for me to come back earlier and do the reviews earlier rather than cram them in this morning, because this morning I have got a dentist appointment. I've also got a chiropractic appointment today. So I'm thinking I might end the show now, put my videos out. I've got Trump, I've got the S&P, I've got News on the Bell, and I've got Virgin Galactic, and then I can come back early and do my reviews. How's the music channel going? All right, let's have a quick look. Thank you, Mike, for asking. Switch account. Martyn Lucas. Let's have a quick look. Analytics. Let me get rid of that. Okay, analytics. Have we hit 3,800? That's what you all want to know, right? That's what I want to know. Did we get the 3,800? I hope so. The number that everybody wants to see is 3,800. We're trying to get to 4,000. And the answer is yes. We are now at 3,800. Thank you ever so much, everybody. And I know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you very much, everyone who's been watching the music channel. We're now up to 3,800 views. 200 to go to 4,000. Of course, it's a rolling thing. It's a rolling thing. And we've made it because we're getting low numbers fall off a year ago. But it's just dipped a little bit from where it was. You can see here, the little gap is getting narrower. We've been coming down. So we've been going up over the 365 days because lower numbers have been falling off. But it's just been dropping down slightly. But that's down to me. I've got to record some more. I've got to put out some music videos. I recorded some on Friday in the show. I just didn't get the chance to edit over the weekend because I was all consumed by the assassination attempt, and I was also consumed by England football, which don't even start me on. I don't want to get into all of that this morning. Thank you very much. Too old for all that drama now. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. As you get older, you mature as a football England fan. You just mature. That's all I'm going to say. Breathe a little bit less. Sorry, breathe a little bit less. Yes, breathe a little bit less, but breathe a little bit more as well. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Hood is up. I want to see 4,500. So do I. So we can comfortably be above it. So do I, Mike. Trader of the day. Let's do it. Sorry I couldn't attend Friday night for the music show, Martin. I had a 3-hour Zoom meeting with clients. It'll be there this week. I'll be there this week. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much indeed. Right. We're going to do day trader of the day. See who's done the best today. And just before I finish, I would like to thank our sponsor. Our channel is sponsored by Charlotte May Weddings. And we'd like to thank them very much for their sponsorship. They pay $99 a month to support us. And it does help support the channel. It really does. And how you can thank our members. And I know all of you will want to do this. The members always help the members. Charlotte May Weddings, you see them pop into the channel. They are here. They pop in and they are supporting our channel. So what I'd like to ask everyone to do, and it takes 1 second to do it, and it really makes a difference. Here is the Charlotte May Weddings wedding website. If you simply click on this website, if everyone does it, just for a moment. You haven't got to watch anything, buy anything, do anything. You haven't got to get married. By simply clicking on that website, it'll rank up their website. And that will be absolutely fantastic for Charlotte May Weddings, because as a wedding business, you want to be seen first. And the more people around the world who click on your website, the higher you rank. And when people type in weddings, destination weddings, they're more likely to see our sponsor. So if everybody could, that would be absolutely wonderful to click on our sponsor's wedding website. So there we go. Thank you ever so much. Everyone has done it. I do expect to hear from Charlotte May Weddings and have them tell me that they are now ranking higher on Google. I know it's going to happen. 100%. I know it's going to happen. And what you can do, Charlotte May Weddings, because I see them in the channel right now, is if you type Charlotte May Weddings into Google, of course, you will rank number 1 for that search term because that's your name. But start reducing part of that and see how far you fall down before. I mean, hopefully you did this last week. I guarantee 100% you've already risen. So Charlotte May, if I type Martyn Lucas, I'm always going to rank number 1. It's obvious. It's my name. But if I start to reduce parts of that, you will start to fall down. Like you could put weddings. I mean, obviously weddings, there are millions. Very difficult. You'll never rank number 1 as a wedding company. I mean, there are millions. That would be something else. We'd love that, of course. But start to reduce what's in the title. You'll start to fall down, and then you'll start to see it rise. And I bet you any money you like, you have already risen. So if everyone could click on that, I've given you the link. That would really, really help our sponsor. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Right, it's now time for Day Trader of the Day. We're going to send you also to the extra channel where you can all keep the family going, talk to each other, support each other, share facts and information. I will be there with you while I'm putting out, and I will be talking to you live, watching the stocks. You'll see my stocks on the screen. So please continue with me. It'll allow me the opportunity because I can't upload these videos until I end. So if you want to keep the conversation going and you want to keep the updates on stocks, there is my position. There is our behind the scenes extra channel. You can see there we are. Look, there's the information on the screen. There are all the members. All right. If you want to come and join us, please do. But if I end this stream, I'm able then to put out the 4 videos that I've made this morning. So there is, I'll put it 3 times so you can see it. There it is. I'll jump into Rumble. We have our Rumble audience with us as well. Let me give you guys the extra channel. So please jump in to the extra channel now. We'll carry on discussing stocks as I'm putting out these videos, and you can continue to know what's going on, continue talking to the family while I'm making the videos, and then I can come back early. And I'll let you know when I'm coming back early because I'll be in here for the reviews. I want to do 2 reviews today. Right. Let's have a look. Someone who's not a member is putting in comments and they're being deleted by our moderator. Let me just see. I will thank you, Mike, for doing a great job to moderate this. I will answer Liam. You're not a member, so you're not really invested or really care about the channel or the family anyway, to be with respect. So you're not here to help and support. My viewers know how hard it is to get my music heard. There's nothing wrong with my videos. I put good music videos out, but my audience, my global audience, are much older than me and they don't use YouTube. And it's very, very hard to get seen on YouTube. So my viewers, to support me, they are watching my music to help me. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make me any money. I don't earn any money from them watching my music videos, even if there are ads, because all my music has copyright flags because I'm singing other people's music. They're not doing it to make me any money. They're watching my videos because they support me, unlike what you're trying to do. They're trying to bring something positive into the world. They're trying to help me so I can remain on YouTube. Not to make money, not to inflate numbers, to simply keep me on YouTube. Because if I get demonetized, I can't even do my live concerts on Friday. They won't be able to super chat requests. So hopefully now you understand why they're doing it. They're not doing it to boost numbers because I want to look more important and you're saying it's distasteful and disingenuous. They're watching as real viewers because they really care. They're human beings and they want to enjoy the live concerts on Friday. And do you know how much money I earn when I do a concert on Friday? When I do my live concerts on Friday, people give me super chats. There's tax I have to pay as a taxpayer, and there's a commission to YouTube. I make about 20, 25 bucks, 30 bucks to do a concert on a Friday. That's what I get paid. That barely runs the studio and repairs the lights or nothing. But I do it because the audience love it. And I love doing it. Over the weekend, I went out and I did my last ever in-person appearance. I had a gig. I earned $3,500. That's what I earned this weekend. That's what people pay me to go out and do concerts. I did an engagement party just down the road. I earned $3,500. That's what people pay me. That's my last ever gig. That was my last one. There's nothing else in the diary now. And I'm not looking for any work. So when I do my live concerts on Friday and earn 30 bucks, it's hardly making me rich, is it? But it's what I do because my viewers enjoy it and I enjoy doing it. So don't be, unpleasant. There's nothing untoward here. Truth hurts sometimes, apparently you just said. Truth doesn't hurt at all. The truth is the truth, and I've just shared it with you. So there you go. Thank you, Mike, for hiding it, but I thought I would just comment on it anyway. Why does he need the watch time? To remain at 4,000 watch hours so I don't get to have my channel demonetized. All right, so Liam, I've explained it to you. Hopefully, you might now say something pleasant in return. Hopefully. I read your comments. Yes, I did that one. Okay. Now, Liam, please come back with something positive. I hope you do. All right. If we can let Liam comment now, let's see what he says. Let's see if he comes back and I understand now or whatever. Right. Right. Oh, he's banned. Oh, you banned him now. Okay, thanks. That's fine, Mike. That's fine. I have complete respect and for my moderators. My moderators have all been chosen, and that's fine. Absolutely fine. He can no longer speak. That's fine. So that's all good. I've got no problem with that. So let's do day trader of the day. We don't want negativity. I will take the time to answer it. I think I answered it. I think I explained it. But it's apparently he's already banned, so that's fine. Let me do day trader of the day. You ready? All right, here we go. I am up today 0.61, so I'm beating the market, up 0.61%. There you go. I'm up 0.61. Why am I up 0.61? Well, I'm beating the market. There is the market today, up 0.44. The S&P 500 is up 0.44. I am up 0.63, nearly 1/4% more because I'm in margin. That's the power of margin. But of course, it goes the other way as well if it goes down. All right, let's do day trader of the day. Here we go.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony.
And there is your example of what I was talking about. Virgin Galactic, people bought it to trade, and now it's being sold. It's only being scalped now. Be very, very careful if you're buying it to trade it. Buy it to trade it if you ultimately want to own it. If you don't want it and you're just trading it, be careful. It can continue to go lower. And there is your perfect example of it right there. Right. Down 1.52. John Granfor, lovely to have you back. Thank you for the email updating yourself and Brenda about your power outages. We're glad that you got through the storm. Sorry that you had to face that. Lovely to have you back. We're glad you're both safe and well. Obviously, you've got your power back on. Obviously, you've got your internet back on. And it's great to have you here. Welcome back. Up 5.61. Bloody hell. Up 8.1. Flipping heck. Ian Jackson. Is Ian Jackson still a member? Yes, a 1-year member. 8.44 Trump Media. Head reactions. I'm afraid it's members only competition. Congratulations, Ian. Ian Jackson. Bloody hell. Rallo 1 up 0.45. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, we're glad to hear it. Up 5.65. Thank you, DJT and Holo. Ian Jackson is our winner. Thank you very much for your honest trade, Ian Jackson, and thumbs up to you because of Matador. And that was because of Stephen Lewandowski. Stephen Lewandowski is our oil man, and Stephen has been sharing his oil wisdom and knowledge. And Stephen Lewandowski, thanks for the tip. That's what the channel is all about right there. Stephen Lewandowski is not here to pump and dump stocks. He's here to help people. He shares his real trades. That's the power of this channel right there. Other channels, they'll tell you one thing, they don't show you their real trades. You have just found out and have known now for 2 years that Stephen Lewandowski is a successful oil investor, trader. He puts real money in, 180,000 on the last trade, and he shares his thoughts. He calls into the show. He's not pumping, he's not dumping, he's not sponsoring the channel, he's not paying for, anything like that. He's sharing, and you have learned from him, and now you have made money. That right there is what the channel is about. Real people sharing real information that really benefits people. I'm so pleased. Thank you, Stephen, and congratulations, Ian Jackson. Samir says, what's your fee to promote a stock? That is not the right question. I will explain, but that's not what I do. But I will explain it. Just before I finish, I will answer that. Let this just finish. If it's your first time here, click subscribe and ring the bell. We're about to hand you over now to the extra channel to carry on watching the stocks, carry on watching what's going on. I will be with you. I'll be talking to you. I'll be sharing my positions as I make the videos, put them out. Then I can come back earlier and do the reviews for you. There are 2 reviews today. So, Samir, let me first of all explain. Your question was, what's your fee to promote a stock? First of all, I don't promote a stock, and there's no fee for doing it. That's not how it works, but I will explain what we do. Like you just learned there about Stephen Lewandowski, we are real traders, real investors. What we do is we share our thoughts and our opinions. Now, we have a membership because I don't make money from going live. I make money from making videos. But I go live because 98% of our live viewers are members. and the members support and provide the live stream. It's because of the members that I am here and why we have this channel live 12 hours a day. If it wasn't for the members, I wouldn't be here. I couldn't pay the bills. So we have lots of perks and benefits. One of them is to review a stock. So this is how you become a member. Click that button there and you can become a member for a couple of bucks. If you're on an iOS device, which is a mobile phone, an iPhone or an iPad, you need to use a browser, and then you need to request desktop version of the browser. Okay, otherwise it works fine. Become a member. When you're a member, you get many perks. Many perks. There are videos you never see that are members only. There are video live streams you never see that are members only. Many things that you get as a member. And then what you do, if you want me to review a stock or you want me to cover an earnings, you do a super chat. You could do a super chat for as low as you like, for $1. It just means you'll be at the bottom of the list. If you do $5, $10, you'll be at the top of the list. That's how it works. Martyn, did you ever complete the business review on Siri XM radio? I paid $7 on Super Chat on July the 3rd. Was it really that long ago? Yeah, you were outbid several times, I'm afraid. Let's see where you are. Siri. Yes, you are. You are second on the list now. Second on the list. So you'll be done today. You are just behind Texas Land Corporation. So you are second on the list. You'll be done today. So that's how that works. Now, I've just realized you said here my email address is 14 years old. My email address is 14 years old. I'm not so sure I understand what that means. Okay. I don't know why that matters. My email, I don't understand what your email. Yeah, you're having a conversation with Mike. I've no idea. Anyway, that's how you get a review. You can get it for free on members' days, or you bid from $1 upwards. So does that answer your question, Tim Rogers? Siri XM, that will be done. I did that recently, actually. I did that recently. Anyway, I've got to go because I'm over time again. I've got lots of appointments today with chiropractors and dentists and all kind of stuff. I hate those sort of days, but anyway, there it is. Let me just type that in. When did I last do it? Martyn Lucas. What was it called? Let's have a look. Right, there we go. SIRI. Oh, there we go. I knew I'd done it, but this is why obviously you want it done again. There you go. Sirius XM. Warren Buffett, all in. That was 3 months ago. There you go. Then there was Sirius XM earnings 2 months ago. So that's, I can see now why you want it done again. So that, I can't believe it's been that long. It feels like yesterday I did that. Anyway, there you go. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you for that explanation. We'll take that into consideration. We've got to weigh our options. Okay, great. What do you mean you got to weigh your options? It's $1. I don't know what you mean by we've got to weigh our options. Anyway, I'm glad you got to weigh your options, and I'm glad I explained it to you. And there you go. All right. That's it from me. I'm out of here. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you back shortly. We've got 2 reviews this afternoon. Please now continue the conversation with us on the extra channel. This is it now. We're going to go there live right now. I'll give you the link once again. Thank you ever so much, everybody on Rumble, for joining us. You can see my stocks on the screen. You can see what I'm doing. You can hear what I'm saying. We'll continue on the other channel. As I talk to you, as you talk to each other, I shall be able to upload these videos that I've just recorded here on the main channel. That's it from me. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I will see you back right now on the extra channel. I'll also see you back this afternoon for the closing bell, 2 reviews. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you'll now join me on the extra channel. We'll keep the conversation going. It will automatically take you there to the extra channel, but I will give you this link as well. Join me there right now as we continue the conversation. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.